Hi everyone, welcome to AMC Movie Talk for movie fans for this Friday, January 18th, 2013. I'm Suri Serano, and this is our daily show where we catch you up on all the latest movie news with insight into what it all means. Joining me today is Amirose Eisenbach, Associate Editor of AMC Movie News. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. And also Jon Schnepp, Director of the upcoming ABCs of Death.
Where's my doctor? Where's my doctor? Hey, what's going on?
Oh my gosh. Hello.
Hey, Schnepp.
All right. So let's get started with this first topic. Everyone's favorite crude talking bear is coming back as Mark Wahlberg confirmed a TED 2 is on its way. In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Wahlberg responded to a Twitter question he received with, "There is a TED 2. We've already locked a deal. They're off writing now, and I've never done a sequel before, but I have just so much confidence in Seth. He's such a talented and funny guy." Amirose, are you looking forward to a TED 2?
So much. This is great news. I loved the first TED. I thought it was hilarious. Mark Wahlberg, he's great in comedies. And, to care about an inanimate bear is great talent. And I think Seth MacFarlane has proven he's a really good big screen director. And I'm really excited for the sequel.
So am I.
Yeah.
Amazing. John, how about you?
I finally saw it about 2 weeks ago, and I liked it. It made me laugh out loud a bunch of times. I did have a problem with the ending, with the big tied up kind of like spectacle at the end, the big stadium with the bear dying and then coming back to life. I could have done without that, but I got to be a critic about everything, whatever. No, I thought it was really funny. I mean, especially the Flash Gordon references. I love that stuff.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm a giant Flash Gordon fan, so.
All right, and I think our John Campea wants to chime in on this.
Yeah, I'm here. I wasn't going to do today's show, and then the story came up, and I had to chime in. The worst part of this news, because this is awesome news. I called TED the best comedy of 2012.
I agree.
So to me, this is awesome news. Expected. I mean, we knew they were going to do a sequel, but it's really great hearing Wahlberg confirm that it's done, that it's a locked deal. The bad news is that MacFarlane has already said his next movie is going to be that Western comedy that he's doing, kind of in the same vein as Blazing Saddles, which is going to be awesome. And I was so excited to hear it. Except now I know that it's going to make TED 2 not come for like maybe 3 or 4 years. So that's kind of unfortunate. I wanted to see that. Wahlberg had to come back. I think, John Schnepp, you were mentioning that the weakest part of the film to you was, the ending. Had the whole thing, and I get that. I can kind of see it. I think it was, but I'm glad that in the movie they made that part so short. It was just, just tagging on, here's the end, blah, blah, blah. But I think it kind of emphasizes what we were saying before, that the brilliance of TED isn't the story. The brilliance of TED is just Ted and Mark Wahlberg talking.
They're amazing together.
When they're talking, going back and forth, and to me, that's all you need. So where they go story-wise, I don't care. You got to bring Mila Kunis back, or else it kind of delegitimizes the whole romance story of the first film, so she's got to come back. But other than that, I don't care. Bring Tom Skerritt back, by the way. If you can get Brandon Routh in TED 2, that would be awesome, especially considering...
As Superman?
Yeah, bring him back as Superman, because of the ending, the way they worked him in at the end of TED, the first TED.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
I love that part, though.
Yeah, that was great. So if you could bring him actually in to TED 2, that would be awesome. So to me, this is incredible news. Look, I get why not everybody loves Les Mis, even though it was the best film of the year. I get why not everybody may not like Schindler's List, even though it's a masterpiece, but I can understand why some people may not like it. I don't understand people who don't like TED. I just thought it was brilliant and genius, and I'm so excited for it.
There you have it.
Absolutely. All right, moving on. Next up, we've always wanted the immortal words, "I'll be back," to ring true. Annapurna Pictures, known for producing such films as Zero Dark 30, has been trying to get a new series of Terminator films off the ground for some time now. A screenwriting duo has now been hired, which makes the film seem like they might actually happen. The duo includes Leda Kalogridis, known for her writing credits on Scorsese's Shutter Island and the epic Alexander, and Patrick Lussier, whose most notable credits include My Bloody Valentine and Dracula 2000. Amirose, what do you think of the news?
Well, T2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. So to think that we might get another Terminator film that does it justice makes me really excited. Now, Terminator Salvation, I'm not even going to count that. That movie was it was not good. It was not good at all. And I really wanted to like it, but everything about it, even Christian Bale, who's an amazing actor, overacted, and it was not a good film. But I still have hope for the franchise. The writers are interesting. I know Leda was the executive producer on Avatar, so that does make sense to me because she already has a James Cameron connection. But Lucier, he's interesting. My Bloody Valentine, a great film. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I have hope. I mean, Annapurna Pictures has fought really hard to get the rights to Terminator and to make this happen. So if this is their passion project, I want to believe this is going to be good.
Awesome. Well, Jon Schnepp, what do you think?
You know what? I'm a giant Terminator fan. I love the original Terminator movie. I love the sequel. Terminator 3, there's some good parts to it. Terminator 4, there's some okay parts to it. I wouldn't say both 3 and 4 are downright horrible. They're not of the same caliber as the first two.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see another shot at the Terminator movie franchise. And I think these two people involved are good genre picks. I mean, Leda's a writer from TV. She did Birds of Prey. She's a kind of like, she's come up doing a lot of stuff. She's also scheduled to write this really dark, science fiction film coming up. She wrote Night Watch, that weird Russian vampire film. The director is also came up as an editor, so it's like he's got a lot of like, if he's going to direct the Terminator movie, I don't know. I mean, it seems like they might be edging it in that way for Patrick to actually direct the Terminator 5, but. I don't know. I think it's a good choice, So you look at all their credits. I mean, you can't discount Dracula 2000. I thought it was great. It was a great spin on Dracula. Everyone's working at the Virgin Superstore. Do you remember that?
It's funny.
Like half the cast is all wearing Virgin Superstore black T-shirts. You're like, yo, well, look at that product placement, Dracula 2000. So yeah, Terminator 5. Can't wait.
Right.
And I love all the stuff that Megan Ellison is doing.
Me
with,
too.
Annapurna. She's super smart, and it's like she's got a lot of kick-ass movies and also doing some genre picks like Terminator, just because if she could do it the right way, and it looks like she's like, look, I'm going to get some genre people involved and do it the right way. So I think it's going to be a hit.
And her brother, I mean, Skydance Productions,
Yep.
they're doing some great things too. So, I mean, they're producing the upcoming Star Trek Into Darkness, and
Sure.
those two together, I think they do know film. So I'm excited.
Well, that's cool. They come from like a billionaire family who are also have like kind of a really cool aesthetic. So they're like willing to take chances, which is great when you have billionaires who are like, I want to see something cool. Just do it, man.
Boom.
Create something awesome,
It's true.
That's
Absolutely.
what money's for.
All right. Okay, guys, next up. Actors taking their turn at the director's chair is becoming a common occurrence these days. James Franco, who can be seen in Oz, the Great and Powerful, which hits AMC theaters on March 8th, has been made plans to direct and star in the film Beautiful People. The script was penned by Lauren Wilde, and the project tells the true story of Jay Sebring and is described as follows. The 1960s in Hollywood, the action-packed setting for the love story of Jay Sebring and Sharon Tate. Steve McQueen, Bruce Lee, the Rat Pack, even Jim Morrison were friends of Jay and Sharon. Their love was legend in Hollywood. Their murders at the hands of the Manson's family in 1969 effectively ended the 60s peace-love age of innocence. John, does this sound like something you'd be interested in?
Most definitely. James Franco is an incredible actor. He's doing writing, he's doing art pieces, he's directing, he's producing, and he's really talented. I mean, forget about the Oscars from like 2 years ago. Aside from that, people are allowed to screw up. Everybody screws up. I've screwed up so many times in my life. Like, look, James Franco's a super talent. I watch anything that he's doing. That Spring Breakers Harmony Korine trailer, I watched that like yesterday. I was like, this is going to be insane. So I think anything he does really has like a cool, fun aspect to it, and it's interesting. And he's a smart guy, and he's trying different cool stuff. So I think it's going to be great. I mean, here's my thing about the whole Manson, Sharon Tate thing. I think it's been done so many times, and it's like re-bringing up that horrible tragedy is like a little bit sensationalistic. But at the same time, I think doing it from this perspective, which no one's done before with Sharon Tate's actual husband and doing that whole storyline, I think that's important to showcase and maybe show that whole horrible thing from a different spin. So I think it's going to be awesome.
Amirose?
I agree. I think James Franco is very talented. You're right, Schnepp. We'll forget about the Oscars. That was ridiculous. But yeah, I think he's really shown his range and that he can really attack each role. And I always respect how many things he's involved with and the desire to want to direct and try to, get behind the lens and also star in it. I mean, Ben Affleck, perfect example. I mean, he's even better director than he is actor. So I think that I'm really interested. I do personally love the subject matter. I love political thrillers and true stories and just like the crazy web of true stories like that coming to the big screen. And the Rat Pack, give it to me. So I'm really excited about it. I think he's going to have a knack for it, and hopefully he proves us right.
Awesome. All right, guys. Next up, we've heard rumors that Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller's pseudo-sequel prequel, Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, which is slated for an October 8th release in AMC theaters, was happening for years. It was very quiet on this front for a long time, but in recent months, there have been steady updates to the production. As of this morning, Ray Liotta, June Temple, and Jeremy Piven have been added to the cast. Who these three will be playing is currently not known. Original cast members Mickey Rourke, Jessica Alba, Rosario Dawson, and Jamie King are reprising the roles, while new cast members Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jamie Chung, and Josh Brolin have been added to the mix. What do you guys make of this?
I am so excited. I love Frank Miller's graphic novels. I think Robert Rodriguez has such a distinct style and flavor. Even his movies that aren't as loved, I still really enjoy them because I think, you can always tell it's a Robert Rodriguez film. He has a signature style. I thought Sin City, the first one, was awesome. The whole atmosphere and tone and like the sexy prostitutes and just like everything about it was cool. Mickey Rourke as Marv was insanely epic. So I really am excited about it. I've been following this news story for a long time, and like a lot of people, I didn't think it was actually going to get off the ground. So the fact that all these amazing cast members and it's actually in motion now makes me really excited.
Awesome. John, what do you think?
Finally! Finally! Hey, I've been waiting for this movie. I love Sin City. I've been reading Sin City. Yo, check this out, nerds. Deluxe hardcover, all the Sin Cities bound together. I've been reading Sin City since it came out, and so I've been waiting for A Dame to Kill For to be adapted since I heard that they were even making the Sin City movie. When the Sin City movie came out, it was one of the most perfect comic book adaptations ever made. That's my. But after Avengers, which is like a great comic book superhero movie, comes Sin City for me because that's like the best comic book adaptation, word for word adaptation that you've got made that you can possibly see. And in fact, the director's cut, which separates all the three different graphic novels, you guys search that out if you never saw it. So Dame to Kill For, it's going to be great. I think Piven is going to play the little troll Agamemnon, or he's going to play the cop Bob, or he's going to play the Bob and Mort, those two cops. That anybody who read the graphic novel, that's what I think Piven's going to play. Liotta's probably going to either play Ava's husband, or he could possibly play Mort and Piven would be Bob. So that's my call. And in June, it's hard because Brittany Murphy was originally cast as Shelley, but she unfortunately died. So I think maybe June is going to be Shelley play the replacement for Shelley, or she might be the hooker in the beginning.
There's a lot of them hookers after all.
Or she's one of the assassin twins is the other thing I thought. Like they'll just shoot her twice and she'll be a twin. These two assassins who are with Miho.
I hope Jamie Chung is one of the assassin twins.
That's a good call.
She's beautiful and awesome, and she'd be great.
I'm going to find out who Jeremy Piven is playing. I'll get back to you in a minute.
Okay.
Great. Well, that will do it for today's episode. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. While we have you, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll wait. Go ahead. Click it. Thank you so much for your support. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page, and tune in next Monday for our next show. Until then, I'm Amirose.
Before you cut, Jamie Chung is playing the character Miho, who was played by Devon Aoki, I believe, in the first Sin City, who had to withdraw because she's pregnant. So Jamie Chung is actually jumping in to play that role.
Boom!
Breaking
You heard it here
news.
first. Thank you so much, guys. I'm Amirose Eisenbach. Until then.